And then Martinez later on keep it and fools the defense. And
yeah, they were bringing pressure up the middle. Martinez read it and with the play fake and able to get outside the tackle and cut it up and get a first down, a much needed first down for the Bulldogs.
So Whitehall trying to answer. That was a big answer for the Bruins. You know, Whitehall had a little momentum. They were getting excited, thinking they're getting back into this thing. The Bruins march down and get the touchdown. Hand it off to the outside. Here comes Green. Green gets the corner. Green to the 31. He gets a first down. Move the chains again.
Green doesn't have great size, but he does a fantastic job of running through arm tackles, especially around the legs. You can tell he's been in the weight room, and he just runs through an arm tackle right here, picks up extra yardage, and gets the first down. And this might be a good chance right here, Wes. We saw the big screenplay that went for the touchdown in the first half. Might be time to dial that back up again if you're Coach Bobby Bolding.
We'll play action pass. You got that PA defense thinking they're going to run the ball and hit them deep.
Yep, Stephen Weston, number 4, looks like he's going to be locked up man-to-man. I like his odds one-on-one, just get about anybody in the state.
Keep an eye on.
See if they try to take advantage. He's going to be at the top of your screen.
He does have one-on-one coverage. He got double coverage on the other side. May have been tipped. Came out kind of weird and low and incomplete. Yeah. Coach Bolding in the background, he was upset about something. Let's see here on the replay.
Yep, indeed. The big defensive tackle got a little pressure off the snap, got a paw up in the passing lane and knocked that one down. But they saw exactly what we did. One-on-one, the defensive back was playing off, and so they tried the little 5-yard hitch. But the defensive lineman thwarted that effort.
You think you get it to him, he breaks the tackle, he's gone. That's right. A touchdown.
Exactly right.
Corner is on an island.
They're going to be on an island right here as well. Man-to-man, top of your screen.
Martinez, he's going to throw. He's going deep. Like his receiver kind of stopped on him. It was going out of bounds anyway. He was trying to hook up with Jordan Jackson, and Jackson kind of turned his route and stopped, and then he saw the ball in the air and started running again and couldn't get over there to it.
Yeah, he might have decided who he was going to throw the football to before he snapped it there, as he picked the one of the 3 receivers that was double teamed. He had man-to-man coverage on the top of your screen, 2 receivers, 2 defensive backs, and on this one he had a safety over the top, and luckily that one went out of bounds if you're a Whitehall fan.
Jackson does lead Whitehall in receptions, 34 catches on the season, 572 yards. He has a Division II offer. Coach Bolding saying he had about 3 players with D2 offers, and Jackson's one of them.
Yeah, 2 catches, 43 yards tonight for Jackson.
Martinez is going to keep it. He's not going to get much.
Late flag.
Very late flag.
That's the type of play call when you know you've got 4 downs. You try to get about half of it back, but now we'll have to check the laundry.
Makes me think it's either holding or could have been a face mask late like that.
It's been a really clean game. Only 5 penalties up to this point, and one of them was on I guess 2 of them were on a kickoff.
5-yard face mask, defense, 5-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down.
So the big thing about that penalty, Wes, is you get the yardage of the rush, you get the 5 yards, and you get the down back. So you don't have to do either or. So that ends up being an 8-yard play, and now you're in 3rd and short.
8-yard play that didn't happen.
That's right.
An 8-yard gift. So it's 3rd and 2. About halfway through this 3rd quarter.
Maybe Martinez here with the football. Do it himself.
He called it. He gets the first down. Moves it across the 20. Down to the 19.
I'd like to say I'm a football guru, but when you're the only man in the backfield in 3rd and short, odds are you're going to run it. Nice job by the right side of that offensive line, the extra tight end and a wing back. And they move the line of scrimmage and pick up the first down easily.
Hunt Harrison on the tackle. Got him around the legs. Whitehall patient. Yep. Down 24 in the 3rd quarter. Got 10 seconds on the play clock. Just now breaking the huddle. Martinez all by himself in the backfield. He's going to go a little double move. And that's just incidental contact. The Whitehall defender, or the Whitehall offensive player, and that's a good look at the PA defender, Charlie Barker. They both were looking up in the air for the ball, and when they did, they just ran into each other. Legs got tangled. You see it right there. That's a good no call in my book.
Kind of like a slow-go, the slant and go. He was angling out towards the pylon, and you mentioned there the incidental contact. I think that's a good no call.
It's Josh Cady. I'm having problems with these numbers from way up here, but they're going to go back to the same place. Cady there knocks it down. I told you earlier, Cady's got 7 interceptions on the year, and he almost had number 8.
Yeah, he was a fraction of a step from picking that one off in stride and going 85 yards for a score. They tried the quick hitch, and Cady read it perfectly. Luckily, that one falls incomplete.
See what they're doing. They're putting their best corner. PA's putting their best corner and just saying, you're all alone.
Yep.
And we're going to give some help to our other corners on the other side, but you're going to lock up whoever you got, and you're not going to have any help. That's how much they trust Josh Cady.
They've tried the combo routes. Looks maybe see if they'd go back to that corner route.
Fake it. Now they're going to throw it. There's Cady. He's looking for it. Goes in the air. It's a fight for the ball in the air, and it's incomplete. Maybe Cady got it. We may have a review here. We haven't had one yet. The officials are talking, trying to figure it out. Now they say touchdown.
Well, of course, this one will be reviewed. They'll take a look at it. But the receiver for Whitehall, Jordan Jackson, will be credited with the touchdown, but he's not getting up. And here's going to be a look at it. So, of course, simultaneous possession goes to the offense.
Yeah, we're going to have to take a look at that.
They're going to stop this one pretty quickly. Jackson's still down on the turf, and it looked like his head might have banged off the turf.
I was hoping he just had the wind knocked out of him, but I think you and I saw the same thing on the replay. Jackson's still being looked at as they go and have already announced this play is under review. So they're up in the booth reviewing it right now. And all scoring plays are automatically reviewed. And then you have a play like this that could be a turnover. They're going to review that. So
I think the question is, did he have possession long enough or control of the ball long enough to say it was a completed catch? In high school, you don't have to say, okay, he completed the process of going to the ground. It's not crazy like it is in the NFL.
Here's another look at it. Jackson has it. And then Cady has it.
To me, that first look right there says that he made the catch going to the ground, not enough to overturn it. I'm not going to say it's confirmed, but I don't think you can overturn it here. It's a great look. He high points the ball. He does make the catch initially. And again, since it was ruled touchdown, Wes, I just don't know if there's enough evidence there to send it the other way.
You see the ball come out once his head hits the ground. Comes out of his hands right there. And it's just on the ground, and that's when Cady picks it up.
It's a great throw, a great job by Jackson to go up and get the football. Might have got away with a little bit of a push-off. That's a great camera shot. That's a touchdown to me. I think the ball comes out after he hits the ground, and I think the officials are going to say that's enough of a catch.
Maybe one of those where whatever's
on the
and that, let me be clear this. The replay's here to correct obvious mistakes.
Correct.
Obvious. And you have to have clear evidence. Yep. This isn't an NFL type rule. They want to, it's got to be something that is clear cut, easy to fix. And to me, this isn't one of those.
Yeah, I think there's just not enough there. And I think you may be right, Wes, and here's the call.
Pass is incomplete. Be 4th down.
So they saw more than we did. So
we have, these replay officials here are at the top of their craft. They are very good. These aren't, just your guys off the street. I tell you what, I know some of these guys, and they do a fantastic job. And you're right. They saw a little something there.
So he didn't complete the catch as kind of how I'm going to translate that. You don't have to do like the NFL. You have to survive the ground and come up and stand up with the football. But they're saying that he didn't maintain possession long enough.
And we couldn't see it. I couldn't see it with my angle. The ball may have been on the ground, and that's why it's not an interception. And Cady didn't take it from his arms. He just took it from the ground. All right, so 4th down, big play for the Bulldogs. Martinez keeps it. He's scrambling, trying to get up the middle, but he won't get enough yards for the 1st down. Bulldogs turn it over. The Bruins celebrate as they come off the field.
Whitehall tried to overload the right side of the the offensive formation, the left side of the defense, but a great job by the PA secondary to lock everything up. And Martinez tries to scramble, but he can't get all the way there. And a big defensive stop, another big defensive stop for that Bruin D.
You think about it on the 4th down situation where they're wanting to throw, well, you're without one of your top receivers.
Exactly
if not your top receiver, and Jordan Jackson, he had to leave the game. So PA takes over, ball inside their own 15. Long way to go. Bruins hand it off to Hyman. A reverse coming back the other way. That's McKinney with it. McKinney picks up the first down. He's up to the 25-yard line.
Initially, it looked like Whitehall did a great job of staying home and was going to snuff that out. But the credit goes to the downfield blocking on the perimeter from the receivers for PA. Allowed McKinney just enough time to find a seam, and they moved the chains. This is a big drive for the Whitehall defense because this is a potential put-away drive for the PA offense.
Pfizer splits everybody out. 4 wide to his left. He's looking to throw. Pfizer scrambles, runs to his sideline. He's got his receiver there. Did he catch it in bounds? No, incomplete.
Tried to drag a foot, but they're going to say that right foot landed out of bounds before he made complete possession of that catch and ruled incomplete.
Will Hawkins tried to get that sideline catch. Here's a good look at the replay as Pfizer tries to hit him right on the sideline. Close. Not quite.
Coach Lucas could challenge that if he wanted to, but I think that would just slow his offense down and get him out of rhythm.
2nd and 10. Pfizer's just going to keep it right up the middle. Good blocking. Picks up 4 yards on the play.
Celebrate game day under the arches. You can access tons of benefits through our rewards program, and they're available on the McDonald's app. We're loving it.
Credit to that PA offensive line. Allen Thomason Jr., Charlie Fisher, a senior, Trev Duke, the junior center, Max Gorman, a senior, Shannon McDaniel, right tackle, he's a junior. So 3 juniors and 2 seniors on that offensive line for PA, paving the way for Pfizer and Joe Hyman to have big nights. Pfizer back to pass. Pfizer going deep, has a receiver but overthrows the receiver, incomplete, looking for John Mark Charette again.
So now one big play here for the Whitehall defense. You got a chance to give your offense great field position, but that's easier said than done as PA is quickly on the football. Looking to get this 4th down snap off quickly.
4th and 6. Here comes Hyman back. Kind of looking to see how that Whitehall defense is going to use Joe Hyman or try to defend Joe Hyman when they send him in motion.
And it looks like they're just manned up, no deep safety for the Bulldogs.
Rolling out. Pfizer now under pressure. Goes back to the other side, trying to get a block. Finds a receiver, throws it, but it's out of bounds. Caught by McKinney, but he was out of bounds. And so PA turns it over on downs. Whitehall's defense does the job.
Who made the play there, and he's not going to get credit for it, was number 21, Keon Weston, the sophomore defensive back. The initial read there was a speed out right near the sticks, and he had to completely lock down. That forced Pfizer to reverse field and try something the other way, and now this is a big opportunity for the Bulldogs. They missed the opportunity to score when they were in the red zone last time. Now they're inside the 30, a chance to get this back to a 2-possession game in the 3rd quarter, and that would be huge.
I want to give a little credit to Braylon Johnson, too. He came from that safety position, just flew through there and made Pfizer reverse field and just blew up the play. Handoff to Green. Green, nothing there. That PA defense stacked it up.
Now without Jackson on one side of the offense for Whitehall, you kind of believe that PA may be stacking the box and forcing another player to make an impact other than Green in the backfield.
Good look at Romello Bell. Bell actually is from Whitehall. His family moved to Little Rock when he was in the 8th grade, 9th grade, and this game means a lot to him. He's got a lot of family still at Whitehall. Bell, a junior.
Grew up playing
good size
playing Little League football with these guys, I'm sure.
Good point. Romello Bell with 11.5 tackles for loss this year, 2 sacks. Going to fake it, and they're going to throw it. PA's defense missed the tackle and still on his feet. That's TK. TK Walker, we've seen him score once already tonight. He's tough to bring down.
That strength and the run after contact there turned a medium gain to a big gain, and now they're knocking on the door of a 1st and goal type situation. Just a little play action pass, leak him out to the flat, and he knows what to do with it. Lowers the shoulder.
Strength right there from TK Walker, and he gets the ball to the 11. 2 minutes, 7 seconds in the third quarter. Whitehall really needs a score here, down 24. Good look there at Martinez. Looks over the defense, hands it off to the big back. That's Kane. PA defense putting some pain on Kane, and he loses yards.
They're loading the box when 8's in the game. I don't know if that's a telltale sign. If he's in the game, that means they're going to run the football. But PA's selling out when Kane's in the backfield, and that time they dump him for a loss, and Kane's not doing a whole lot.
Dale Pino with the play there. Dale was being held, and no call. He fought off the hold, and with one arm brought Kane down and just stopped the play. You can see why Coach Lucas was so happy Pino was back. They go inside again, and nothing there.
It's 4th carry for Kane. He's got 3 yards. Just can't get the big man going, and Green's been able to pick up some of the slack tonight, but just the ground attack not there. 25 carries for about 80 yards.
Joseph Osmond that time.
Just 4 down territory, you got to believe, Wes.
You got to believe the PA defense. Madison Taylor, defensive coordinator, Jason Wyatt, they're happy with this defense and the run defense, what they've been able to do tonight.
There's no question about that. They're going to have to hurry to get this one out. Play clock winding down.
Play clock at 5. Martinez. Coach Boulding wanted the timeout. He got it. I didn't know if they were going to give it to him. Ball had been snapped, and they blew it dead.
So we've got to burn a timeout here in the third quarter, but I think that's a smart call by Coach Boulding. You want to make sure you roll your best play out there. You know you've got to score every time you touch the football now for the rest of the game, and you got to get a 2-point conversion. You want to make sure you're in the proper set. You like the alignment. You like the defensive look that you're getting from Pulaski Academy, and go out there and roll the dice and try to make a play.
Coach Boulding visibly upset. What he saw there and was upset. He had to take a timeout, burn what may be at some point in this game a crucial timeout.
Right. Of course, you like to save those, and if anytime you're trailing, you like to save them for when you're on defense. So you burn it on offense, you take away that opportunity to save 40 seconds at some point in the fourth quarter. I'd like to send a big shout out to Ashley Media for helping us get the word out about the state football championship games. We appreciate the support. We've got plenty more of them over the next 2 weekends. 8-man football game last night was a shootout, 66-60. Wes was lucky he didn't have to expend the voice for 3 hours and 45 minutes last night. As Strong beat Mountain Pine in double overtime.
Checking the scoreboard, Prescott's up on McGee 30-14. There's 1:30 to go in the third quarter, so Prescott trying to get a little revenge on McGee. Martinez under pressure. He gets rid of it, and it's caught for the touchdown. Martinez delivers a strike to Stephen Weston. Martinez took a lick, but he delivered, and Weston gets it across the goal line.
What a play by Martinez. He knew the hit was coming. He stands in there and delivers a dart right at the goal line, and Weston does a nice job using his body as a shield. Gets across the goal line for the score, and now Whitehall going for 2 to try to make this a 16-point game.
37-19. That's a good point, Bobby. Make it a 2-possession game. Martinez has Kane behind him. Now to his side. Martinez going to throw it back, and his receiver fell down.
They tried an offensive line throwback, and the lineman fell down, and the ball falls harmless to the turf, and now it's an 18-point game, and that's huge, as the number of possessions are going to be certainly limited, as we've got 36 seconds left here in the third.
Oh, may have been tipped also when they threw it back, tossed it back.
We saw an offensive lineman catch the game-tying 2-point conversion last night. So pull out all the stops.
Wow. A little 8-man drama.
Yeah. Last night was entertaining. If you haven't watched 8-man football, get on youtube.com/Arkansas PBS next week and watch that 8-man game. It was entertaining. 66-60. I mentioned that as long as the game took.
66. It's 126.
It was 34-20 strong. Final minute of the first half. Then it was 52-34 Mountain Pine. And then it was tied at 52. They went on an 18-0 run to close the game, to close regulation, I should say, including a safety during that stretch.
Just got an update from McGee. Prescott now leads at 36-14. So they are 7 minutes away from punching their ticket to War Memorial Stadium to play in the 3A state championship next weekend. Pulaski Academy gets the kickoff, and they slip down. So they're going to have bad field position for the first time tonight off of a kickoff. That was Kenny Jordan, the running back, just slipped there. Last check, Harding Academy was all over Boonville. I haven't seen the score lately, but it looked like they were in control and would be heading to War Memorial Stadium.
A chance for Harding Academy to repeat. Would that be 3 straight for the Wildcats? And, of course, the Curly Wolves of Prescott, they're looking to get back here.
Fordyce has just scored. Talking about a team trying to repeat. They take the lead over Clarendon. It's 7-6 in the fourth quarter. They've been 6-0 Clarendon for a long time. Pfizer to throw. Quick pass out to his receiver. That was Hyman. Hyman caught it, but he was quickly brought down at the 20-yard line. But still, that'll be a gain of about 7. Kind of like that play. You throw it out, and if Hyman breaks the tackle, he's gone.
Yeah, just get him one-on-one, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. Got a chance to put it away for PA, but Whitehall hanging tough.
One more quarter to go in the 5A state championship game. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Team sports in Arkansas really is the building of character. It's being able to get through trials and tribulations as a team. You take those lessons from team sports and use them in everyday life situations. I'm RJ Hawk. Please consider giving to Arkansas PBS Sports.
This month in Passport on the PBS video app.
Feels like a oneness, and it's refreshing.
Starring Cara Toynton and Julian Ovenden. Don't miss The Sound of Music.
And the American Pops for a star-studded holiday celebration of American jazz legend Ella Fitzgerald.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS video app.
We'll have 2 late touchdowns. Back at War Memorial Stadium, and the Bruins facing a 2nd and 5. Pfizer with it. He throws it quick out. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room to run. Will they be able to catch him? That's Jalen McKinney. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Bruins.
80 yards west to the house, and just one-on-one on the outside, and speed to burn for McKinney. And he knows what to do with it when he gets the ball in space. And the junior, who's likely going to be playing on Saturdays at some point, and showed off the wheels.
Just a quick pass, breaks the tackle, and he's gone. It's simple when you got one-on-one coverage and the cornerback misses the tackle. There's nobody there. McKinney goes 80 yards. Bruins now got 43 on the board. Seelick will try to make it 44.
That's just the risk you have to take when you're on defense. You go man-to-man, no safety help over the top, and one missed tackle in space as they tack on the PAT, and you're going to be off to the races. And Whitehall has done a nice job, despite the 44 points, haven't given up the big play. Well, that time the big play might have broken their back.
That's got to be deflating. feel like you scored the touchdown. You had Kenny Jordan slip on the kickoff return. You had him pinned deep. You had a simple little 5-yard pass to Joe Hyman. They make the tackle on that one, but then they go back and run a similar play to Jalen McKinney. And
they like the matchup. I mean, that's all that is. If that's the look that Whitehall's going to give them, they're just going to go back to it, and continue to make that play in space, because odds are the players are getting tired at this point, and that's when the tackling starts to go. And you see the two coaches there, and that time the chess match was won by Coach Anthony Lucas.
We've had some mist throughout the night. The field may be a little slick, and you slip a little bit as a defender, and you're not in position to make a correct tackle. The next thing you're reaching for it, and he's gone. Looks like Pulaski Academy is going to kick off deep.
Yep, and now when you've got a 25-point lead, so you're up 4 possessions in the fourth quarter. There's no point in giving them a short field, and go ahead and kick it deep. This one's going to go in the end zone, it looks like. We're close to it. It does. And now, Whitehall may not get enough possessions, and they're certainly going to start having to go no huddle and worry about the clock.
Well, we got 2 more state championship games tomorrow, but across the state tonight, you had 6 games, 2 in each classification, of 4A, 3A, and 2A. It's the semifinals, and we're getting some scores in. Arkadelphia is knocking off Shiloh Christian right now. Last check, Arkadelphia led it 41-35, still in the third quarter. Joe T. Robinson has already punched their ticket, so the Senators will be coming back to War Memorial Stadium next week. They knocked off Warren 43-13.
That's impressive. And what interesting nugget I saw there, the 4 semifinalists in Class 4A represent the last 6 state champions. It shows you how powerful those 4 programs have been in that classification.
With Arkadelphia and Shiloh Christian, and then, of course, Joe T. Exactly, Warren. That's a loaded field right there. Martinez keeps it on first down, picks up about 3. We mentioned the 3A game with Prescott taking a lead over McGee. Well, Harding Academy has punched their ticket. The Wildcats knocked off Boonville tonight 56-27, so Harding Academy will be back at War Memorial Stadium.
It's a trend. We see it a lot. Teams coming to repeat and three-peat and all that.
Martinez, quick out to his receiver, but you see the tackle there. That was a good tackle by Bo Miller for the Bruins, and that prevents any kind of a big play. Third down. Need about 3. They need to get to the 30.
Third down and 3.
Bulldogs getting the right personnel in. Martinez is going to go under center. He's got Kane behind a fullback. We're going to give it to Kane, and Kane was just stuffed. That PA defense got penetration, and there was just nowhere for Kane to go. He loses about 2 on the play. That's going to bring up 4th and 5.
For all the football fans out there today, all live action photos from the game are available at myarpbs.org/photos. You can download them, get prints made as well. Download photos from the contest you're watching right now on your lookie box.
The final from 2A, McCrory knocks off Poen 20-18.
Wow. And you got to give a tip of the cap to Poen. The bracket kind of fell their way, and they won some games. Fall a little short, though.
Seeing a note on Twitter as Whitehall they're going to go ahead and punt it. PA, of course, no one deep. Gets a great Whitehall bounce. They're going to let it roll inside of the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Poen was driving late in the game, but were stopped on 4th and 1.
A 2A bracket is just, it's been wild. I mean, you think that you're going to go chalk. Bigelow's the #1 team. I know they lost in a controversial fashion, but they go down. Clarendon was a team that a lot of teams thought might make another run. I know Desark, I believe they're playing tonight in the semifinals. Correct me if I may be wrong on that one.
The other semifinals got, I just went blank, Fordyce.
Yeah, that's right.
Fordyce just took the lead over Clarendon.
Yeah, so it's a little madness in that 2A bracket. It was definitely not chalk like you're used to seeing in some classifications.
McCrory had knocked off Desark a little earlier. They faked the pitch to Hyman. Now they're going to go across the middle. First down. Good throw and catch. That's McKinney again. McKinney was their most explosive wide receiver this season. The junior came into the game leading the team in receptions with 69. He already had 1,245 yards receiving on the season. And tonight, now he's got 115. So that's going to put him well over 1,300, almost 1,400 yards receiving this season. And he had 13 touchdowns. Now he's got 2 tonight, right? So that's 15 touchdowns on the season for Jalen McKinney.
That's not bad for what you want to call a Robin to Joe Hyman's Batman.
Going deep, looking for John Mark Charette. He catches it across the middle. Charette's inside the 35, mark him down at the 34, and Pfizer's numbers are starting to get better.
He started, was it 4 of 13 passing? Now he's improved to 14 of 29, well over 300 yards. That may push him up actually close to 350. So the stats are updated. And, Pulaski Academy does not take the foot off the pedal, by the way. They've got a 25-point lead in the fourth quarter. That doesn't mean they're going to slow down.
Pfizer with 4 receivers to his left. 1 single receiver to his right. He's looking to his right. A little fake, pump and go. And had a little contact down there, but no flag. Sometimes you run that little fake and go, and you fake out the cornerback, but then when you go, he's in your way. And that's kind of what happened. He just ran into the cornerback.
They were hoping the speed out they ran a couple times, including the big one that McKinney popped for a touchdown, they were going to bite on that as Hyman faked the out and went on the out and up. And as you mentioned, the defensive back right there slowed him down.
Pfizer's just going to keep it and take off with it. Makes 1 move and is able to get the ball to the 30. A gain of about 4.
You're good with that if you're PA, because more importantly, that clock continues to run. Because now we're within 8 minutes of them claiming state title number 7 in the last 8 seasons.
Tackled by Gray Shaner. We've seen Shaner all over the field tonight from that middle linebacker spot. He's been putting a lot of pressure on Pfizer, and the time he made the tackle and kept Pfizer from picking up much more than 4 yards.
Now PA going to start bleed this play clock all the way down, at least majority of the way.
Pfizer on 3rd down. Just a little high. Could have been dangerous. Charlie Barker was trying to bring it in.
Well, it looked like it went through 2 of his receivers' hands. Might have been Hyman in the slot, McKinney in the slot, and Barker behind him.
A couple years ago in the state championship game, PA had it go through a receiver's hands and had another receiver streaking down the field, and it just landed in his lap, and he went all the way for a touchdown.
Sometimes it just goes your way. And a lot of it's gone PA's way tonight.
7.5 minutes to go. Bruins facing 4th and 6. Pfizer looking, a lot of contact downfield. They're letting them play. Pfizer chunks it deep, throws a Hail Mary to his receiver, and actually Charlie Barker did a good job of just breaking it up. And he kind of played defense there for a second, but that'll be a turnover on downs. He had a receiver. He was looking to the top of his screen right there, and the receiver did a double move. And once again, the cornerback they ran into each other, and the cornerback kind of basically grabbed him and stopped him, but no flag was called, and they turned the ball over on downs. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll finish it up. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett, wishing you and your family a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season. With our busy lives today, we often forget the greatest gift of Christmas. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. I hope all of us will take the time and share the love of Christ this season. May your holidays be filled with joy and blessings. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us at Everett.
Centennial Bank is committed to you. Since our founding in 1999, we've become one of the nation's most trusted banks by remembering that you come first, by empowering our communities to reach their highest potential through our dedication to local charities, education, and exceptional service, because we are proud to call Arkansas home. Banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Again, I want to give special thanks to Community Bakery for providing food for our crew and their continued support of Arkansas PBS.
Whitehall with the ball now. desperately needing some points and in a hurry. Ball's batted in the air and it falls to the ground. Bruins were trying to get an interception right there, but good job from the defenders getting their hands up. You see Dale Pino again.
And
making plays.
Whitehall tried the tunnel screen there. That's why it looked like a mad dash to the quarterback. 3 defenders in the backfield, and did a nice job of getting the hand on the ball, because if that one gets through there, that might be a big play on the outside, and really good to see Jordan Jackson back out there.
Mason Schick was in there, putting pressure on the quarterback. Martinez got one back. Looks like Kane. Martinez throws it to Green. Green makes a move. Green close to the first down. They'll give him the first down. Move the chains. Ball's on the 40. We saw Green and Kane in the game at the same time, and Green makes the catch.
This is not their forte, though, Wes. They're not a team that likes to line up in the shotgun and spread it out, but you've got to do something down 25 with just 7 minutes left in your season, and try to get this a little closer, make it a little more respectable, at least in the box score when you open up the newspaper tomorrow. I assume people still read the paper.
Pull it up on their laptop.
That's right.
Martinez finds his receiver. His receiver's open. Jordan Jackson, as you mentioned, back in the game. He's just short of the 50, so it'll be 2nd and 1.
Catch number 4. 56 yards now for Jackson.
6 minutes, 15 seconds to go in this one. Bulldogs get the play in. Martinez, quick pass out to his receiver. Great grab. Stephen Weston had to leap and catch that. A little bit not on the same page, but he still makes the catch. Moves the chains. That's the first down.
And got a final. Fordyce punches their ticket. The Redbugs, but coming back to Little Rock, 7-6 over Clarendon.
So we still have all of our defending champs alive. Is that right?
Yeah, that would be correct.
Oh, Bryant will play tomorrow. Greenwood tomorrow. Obviously PA tonight. And then in 4A, you're going to have Shiloh Christian, who's in a dogfight with Arkadelphia. Shiloh just scored. They have a 1-point lead, 42-41. And they're in the 4th quarter.
Harding Academy in 3A, and I guess
Fordyce in 2A.
And Mountain Pine won the unofficial 8-man championship last year. They were in the finals last night, but couldn't defend, and I'm using the air quotes there, even though last year wasn't a sanctioned sporting event. They did win a title.
Martinez, quick pass out. He finds his receiver, Caleb Taylor. Now, the new point system is going to be coming into play, but that point system won't be into play for the public schools, like a Fordyce or Greenwood in 6A or Bryant in 7A. Even though they're repeating and winning numerous titles, it's just.
If you're Bryant, if you move up, they just move you to Texas.
8A?
Yeah, they just move you to Texas.
I got you.
You can go play down there.
Martinez under pressure, throws it up, and he gets his receiver, makes a move, and that's Jackson for you. And Jackson is going to be, they're going to say he's down?
Yep. The ball came out after he hit the turf. Yeah. But, yeah, you're exactly right. It's the Harding Academy, Pulaski Academy, Shiloh Christian, all moving up a class next year. So PA, along with Little Rock Christian, going to be in 6A to compete with the likes of the Greenwoods and the El Dorados of the world.
Ooh, that may have been coming out. I'll tell you what, on that replay, he was kind of. PA called a timeout. I wonder if Coach Lucas is going to challenge this.
That's how a challenge works here at the high school level. You call timeout and you tell the officials, hey, I want you to challenge that, and they may be taking another look at it.
I thought we both thought that he was down when the ball came out, and on that last replay, I just happened to look and was watching the replay, and I think that ball was out. Let's see if we can take another look at it. Coach Lucas knows if that's the case, I mean, it's pretty much over, but this would be the nail in it. That's what we could not hear him, but PA has asked for the review. So they're going to go and talk to the guys in the booth, and they're going to take a look at it, and we'll see Here's a look at the replay. Martinez under pressure. This is the second time. That time it's Romello Bell putting all kinds of pressure on him.
It's clearly a catch. I mean, he takes several steps, so that's not the question.
And it's when he's going down right here. They dive in from behind. Bam.
Yeah. Hey,
and it comes out.
You got it. I think that ball is out. Now, was there a clear recovery? You know, because the official kind of pointed to the ground. It does look like PA does jump on the football there. You can see the official there. He points to the ground, but so that should be a fumble and a recovery.
That's Hunt Harrison that causes the fumble. You'll see Harrison, number 9, come in, and looks like helmet on ball, knocks it loose.
There was a fumble on the play recovered by Pulaski Academy. First down.
Coach Lucas uses the challenge, and it pays off. And the Bruins celebrate on the sideline with the turnover.
That one likely does it.
Bruins will take over at the 16-yard line. 4 minutes and 22 seconds.
As we were talking before that fumble, though, Wes, just because of the new competition rule, private schools, if you accumulate so many points over a 4-year span, you're going to automatically move up. And it's going to vary from sport to sport, so your football is not going to affect your basketball, and etc. But Pulaski Academy has been successful enough. They're going to move to 6A, along with Little Rock Christian, who has also been successful enough. And now you got Greenwood, El Dorado, Lake Hamilton, who was in the finals last year. Yeah, 6A just became Murderer's Row.
Pfizer cap at that time, and quickly got down. There wasn't anything there, and Pfizer wisely, no need to take another lick at this point in the season. He goes down. So clock runs, though.
Yeah, so Shiloh Christian will move up to 5A. They'll join the 5A West. Harding Academy is going to move up to 4A. So all the teams we talked about have a chance to repeat this weekend. They'll be moving up a classification. But also with that rule, Wes, and what I like about it is if you're one of those schools that with the multiplier and you have to move up, as Hyman breaks free again.
Look at Hyman go down, inbounds. He got what he could. That was a big game for Joe. Just a quick little pass. He had so much of a cushion in the slot. Pfizer just takes a snap, throws it quickly to Joe. He makes one guy miss, and he's off to the races.
To finish that thought, though, if you're a school that doesn't have, say, much success, you're actually going to get to play and move down. You have the potential to move down as a private school. So I'll just use Subiaco Academy as an example. They've had to play up in 4A 11-man football for a long time and weren't competitive. We'll be honest about that. So now they've got a chance to play in a classification that they might be able to be competitive in.
Barker goes in motion. They're going to give it to Hyman. He's going over the far side. He's got room to run. Hyman across the 40 to the 35. Also, I think you see a tired defense from Whitehall. They've been running, been on the field a lot tonight, chasing these Bruins, and all of a sudden, Hyman's speed is able to get outside.
It's tough to finish these games emotionally when you hit a point, when you're down, and you realize there's not a chance for you to come back. It's tough emotionally to finish the game.
Give it everything you got. You empty the tank, and that tank just may be empty. It's a very similar play we just saw a few minutes ago. Hyman's out of the game, but they bring in their sophomore backup, Kenny Jordan, and Jordan makes the catch, gets forward for about 7 yards. It's almost like a run play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just such a short pass to that receiver in the slot. You're going to complete it, and then you pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. Or if you make a guy miss, you can get a lot more like Hyman did.
It's not your typical RPO, which you're faking the run in the backfield. That's either quarterback sweep or just a quick pitch off, depending on what that outside linebacker does. If he comes up, you pitch it off. If he stays back, you keep it as a quarterback.
Pfizer hands it off. It's Kenny Jordan again. Jordan picks up the first down. They'll move the chain, stop the clock briefly, but we're at 2 minutes and 18 seconds.
You want a copy of this state championship game or any of them from this weekend or next, just go to mnmproductions.net. You can place your order. Take a look at the score from around the state. Shiloh Christian facing a 4th and goal at the 1. And looks like they just punched it in. Extra point away, about to take a 49-48 lead over Arkadelphia. About 6 minutes left. So the Saints, again, trying to get back here to Little Rock. Take on Joe T. Robinson.
A dump off pass down to Hyman. Looked like Hyman. No, that's McKinney. Got something important happening on about the 40-yard line on the sideline. That's the
bucket watch.
Yep, they're getting the Gatorade bucket ready. See some of the ball boys over there for Pulaski Academy. They're filling up some of the Gatorade. They got about 1:10 left, and they'll be dumping Coach Lucas for the first time as a head coach. One minute to go. Iser completes stop. I thought he completed. He threw it behind his receiver. It was cutting into open area. See Coach Lucas there. He wasn't happy.
So this is where he's a rookie. He's not used to getting that head on a swivel and looking for the ice bucket this time. His predecessor, Kevin Kelly, knew it was coming, and he also welcomed it.
It's coming. They're on the 45, walking his way.
They're smart.
They got to wait a couple more plays.
They got the lid on it right now, so he's safe for another play or two.
3rd and 4. I'm going to hand this one off. Hyman gets outside. He's got the first down and more. There's a great finish to Joe Hyman's great career. He gets him another touchdown. PA goes over the 50 mark. Hyman, the Northwestern commit, one of the top players in the state of Arkansas, no matter what classification, finishes it off. A little icing on the cake.
It is fitting, his last touch in his high school career goes for a touchdown. And I don't have the career numbers in front of me, but I'm imagining that's probably close to 100 career touchdowns for Joe Hyman, if not 120. I mean, he's put in the end zone from running the football as a receiver. He's kind of done it all for Pulaski Academy the last few seasons.
8 plays, 84 yards. Hyman finishes it off with the 19-yard score. Hyman now has 151 yards rushing on the night. That's his second touchdown. Charlie Pfizer, 67 yards rushing. He also had 2 touchdowns rushing. And then Jalen McKinney, 5 catches, 134 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns, including the 80-yarder. That was kind of the end of it.
That's icing on the cake. Pulaski Academy's farewell tour to Class 5A. 7 state championship in 8 years. I mean, this is a dominant run that we haven't seen, Wes, in modern football at least. I mean, it's amazing what they've been able to do. It's the 3rd largest classification through the years. Little Rock Christians have been in that same category with them, but they've been in a class of their own. Pulaski Academy, I'm talking about, above everybody else, and they're going to give a fond farewell with a 51-point effort and another championship. Moving about 6 miles from here, and going from Little Rock War Memorial to Pulaski Academy, just a few miles down the road.
Think about the pressure too. It was on this coaching staff, not just Coach Lucas, but the entire staff. You lose a legend like Kevin Kelly, and those are huge shoes to fill. And they still expect to win state championships, even though Kevin Kelly's not there.
Yeah, and I talked about this a little bit last night with Strong, who came into the game expected to win. There's a lot of pressure on you that most people won't think is like, oh, you can play easy as you're the favorite. No, there's a target on your back every time PA steps on the field, and every time against an Arkansas opponent tonight or this season, they were able to answer the call. They've been tested a few times, played in a few more close contests than they're probably used to, especially in the playoffs, but they found a way to get it done, and you just have to tip the cap. Sure, 51 points is impressive, but defensively to hold Whitehall to 283 and really, more importantly, just 81 yards on the ground for the Bulldogs, and that front 5 or 6 for PA deserves a lot of the credit for the success tonight.
You mentioned it earlier, but it happens every year. PA's defense gets overlooked because of what the offense does. Joe Hyman, the passing from Pfizer, the catches from Barker and McKinney. I mean, that's what you hear about all the time, but this defense continues to get it done, holding Whitehall to 19 points.
I mean, it's impressive what they've been able to do consistently. I mean, of course, with modern football, everybody talks about the offense, but you know, the defense, again, for PA shows up in the biggest moment.
Guys, you may want to get on Coach Lucas. The ice bath is
It's coming, and he's running.
Coach Lucas is celebrating with the fans, the students there from PA, and here comes the ice bath. Coach Lucas is running out to meet Coach Bolding, but
now
they got him.
And I got this tidbit from Walter Woody earlier tonight, so got to give him credit. But with the win tonight, Anthony Lucas is the first African-American head coach to win a state title in Arkansas since Lee Hardman did it at Pine Bluff Dollarway way back in 1992. That's hard to believe.
That's stunning. If it wouldn't have been from Walter, I would have been like, are you sure about that? And I know he knows.
Says they're the only to win it. Only two to win it. That's amazing. But kudos to Coach Anthony Lucas and his Bruins. They earned every bit of it tonight.
See Coach Lucas talking with the Bulldogs players, giving them their due respect because they did something that hadn't been done in Whitehall in a long time, and that's make it to the state championship game. We got more celebration. We'll hear from Coach Lucas. Stick around. This is the Centennial Bank State Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
During the past year, we've been traversing the natural state with our cinematic drone from lakes and rivers, waterfalls, scenic byways, mountains, swamps, overlooks, and towering rock formations. This unique documentation of all four seasons from all four corners of the state with an aerial cinematic perspective will give you, the viewer, an Arkansas adventure like never before.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
the Cherokee Nation, our people, our culture, our history, our future. To learn more, go to visitcherokeenation.com and say hello to the Cherokee Nation.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Riggs Rents, Arkansas's rental equipment provider, from aerial lifts to dirt moving machines and everything in between. Our family-owned and operated business takes pride in serving our employees and customers. Riggs Rents, a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS Sports.
Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville share the mission of Arkansas PBS to enrich and empower all Arkansans. Community, dignity, respect. That's what Me Banking is all about. More at mebanking.com.
Local broadcast of Arkansas PBS programming is made possible in part by Community Bakery. Scratch-made breads, pastries, cakes, treats, and locally roasted coffees served daily at 2 locations in Little Rock, 1200 Main and 270 Shackelford.
Back at War Memorial Stadium, the PA Bruins, the 5A state champions. Good look at Anthony Lucas winning his first title as a head coach.
So who does the MVP trophy go to, Wes? You've got Charlie Pfizer, the quarterback, throws for 386, 3 touchdowns, didn't turn the football over. Of course, you got Joe Hyman, 2 catches, 33 yards, 151 yards rushing, 2 scores. I think the Pfizer 2 touchdown runs may tip the balance to the quarterback.
I've been the president of the Joe Hyman fan club for 2 years now, and so it's hard for me not to give him the award. But I tell you what, Charlie Pfizer played a heck of a game with 386 yards passing, 3 touchdowns through the air, 2 rushing, as you said, 5 total touchdowns. It'd be hard not to give it to him.
Yep, I think Hyman makes the offense go. He demands so much attention. He makes life a little bit easier for everybody else. But, when the quarterback puts up 5 total touchdowns and 440 yards or so of total offense, it's hard not to say, hey, you're the 5A state championship game MVP. getting ready as the Whitehall Bulldogs get their runner-up trophy, and the guys in baby blue will have to take that title home for the 7th time in 8 years.
And for the final time, at least for a while, in 5A.
At least 4 years they're going to be in 6A, and you got to believe they're going to compete at that level too. I mean, it's the difference is there in between 5 and 6A, but it's Pulaski Academy is good enough to compete at the next level.
You see how many times PA's been at the state championship game when as soon as the game was over,
they know what to do.
Grabbed the benches and brought them out onto the field because they knew they were going to need those benches to sit on to take a trophy. They'll need to stand on those benches. So they've been here. They've done that. You know, you talk about so many times about the experience in the championship game and what it means, but it also means something for the post-game celebration because they effectively, I mean, as soon as it hit 0, there was a group of kids that grabbed those benches and pulled them out onto the field.
What you do as a coach when you're really prepared, you prepare for everything. Pre-game, how you load the bus, and in Pulaski Academy's case, you prepare to celebrate. And that's exactly what they did. They've done it a lot when conference championships, and you see Coach Lucas there right there in the middle with the banner. You know, and they've capped off another impressive season, and can do nothing but tip the cap as they did what they were supposed to, and they came out and won another title.
Well, the Bruins get it done. They go undefeated in the state of Arkansas within the borders. They lost outside the state, but they are the class of 5A once again. And the Bruins will celebrate another title for another year.
And there is Charlie Pfizer, your MVP, 386 and 3 touchdowns through the air, 67 rushing, 2 more scores. And he caps it off with a little hardware of his own to take home. And it's an impressive performance, offense, defense, special teams. They did it all, and that's why they're on the winning end.
Well, we're just getting started here at War Memorial Stadium. It'll be a long day tomorrow, but a great day. The 6A state championship, El Dorado and Greenwood at noon. And then, of course, tomorrow night, 6:30 start, Bryant in Fayetteville.
If the weather's good tomorrow night, Wes, I don't know. I haven't checked the forecast. I don't like to jinx it. If it's good, I would not be shocked to see 30,000 show up for Bryant Fayetteville.
Really?
Yeah, I think the state has been ready to see Bryant play the conference champion from the West for 4 years now. During this whole run, it's always been a team from their own conference. I think they're ready to see that clash of the Fayetteville, was the dominant team, along with Bentonville in the mid-2000s, the 2010s, and now this new start dynasty that Buck James has got at Bryant.
Bobby, you came down from Fayetteville in the northwest Arkansas area. They may be following you down tomorrow, and we know Bryant, just down the road in Saline County, they're going to have a bunch of fans here too. So it could be an electric atmosphere, but if you can't make it out to the stadium tomorrow night, we encourage you to watch us right here on Arkansas PBS Sports. That's going to do it for tonight. First one was fun. Bruins get it done again. For Bobby Swafford, I'm Wes Moore. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow.